good. So before going to the topic, you already know that we will discuss about the sound, right? We have already started with the chapter previously, and today is the second session of sound. Right? Okay. So before going to the topic, let us first see what Swiflearn is. You already know what is Swiflearn, right? Yes, Swiflearn is the India's most sincere learning destination for classes 3 to 10. Okay, so what do we do here? We give the 100% live interactive classes. All the classes are live, and you will be able to ask any sort of doubt if you have any, and accordingly, the teacher will solve all your doubts. Right now, secondly, what we have, we give the personalized attention to all the different students. Okay, because our student consists of only 6 in each of our batches, right? So not more than 6 students are there, which help us to give a personalized attention to each one of you. Okay. Thirdly, we have a very good dedicated academic mentor team who continuously keep a track on the students' progress, how they are doing the classes, how they are performing in the homework, how they are performing in the test series. So everything is tracked, and accordingly, you will get the progress report. Right, so that you will be able to understand where you are lagging, है ना? And fourthly, we cover the syllabus as per your school exam. So if you have a particular chapter in your school for your school exam, so we can prepare that chapter accordingly, okay, with that time. Okay, and also we handle the custom request from all of you. Fine. So these are the main features of Swiflearn. Going to the key features, what are our key features? Our first thing is we keep up detailed progress report of all the students, where you are performing the homework, whether you are attending the classes properly or not, how you were doing in the different test series, in the different topics, in which topic you are lagging. Everything is present in this progress report, right? Secondly, we have the SAT, that is the Swiflearn's academic test series, where you can do the question answer and you can perform the test, and you will be able to understand where you are standing. Okay, and thirdly, we have unlimited practice test, where you will be able to practice each and every topic after the completion of the topic, and you will be able to understand in which part you need more focus on, more preparation, more revision, and accordingly you will get the marks, right? Yes. And fourthly, which is very important, that is the subjective tests are also there over here. So where you have to write the answer, give the diagram, and upload it, and our teachers will be able to check all your answers and give you the tips how to write the answer and where you need the improvement, and accordingly you will be able to prepare yourself and you will score more, right? So these are our key features. So don't be late, book a free trial class and experience all these features of Swiflearn. Okay, so before that, what you have to do now, please subscribe our channel in YouTube and press the bell icon so that you will get updated with all the upcoming classes. Fine. So please like, comment, and share with all your family members and friends. Hi Himani. Hi Beta. How are you? Okay. Now let's move on to our topic. Okay, so our topic, already I have said that today we will discuss about the sound. So this is the second session of sound. We have already discussed about different things, the different characteristic features of the sound in the previous session, as well as how vibration is created by the different types of instruments which actually produce the sound. So today we will study more about the sound. Fine. So all of you are ready? Okay, great. So let's move on to the objectives of today's session, right? So what we will learn today? We will learn about how sound is produced by human being. Like I am talking to you, right? And you were listening to my words, right? So how am I producing the sound? So this we will study. Secondly, we will study about the propagation of sound. What do you mean by propagation? Means how the sound is traveling to you and you will be able to listen to me. है ना? So this is the propagation of the sound we will study. And thirdly, we will see that how the sound travels in the different medium through the solid, liquid and gas. Right? So we already have discussed in the previous session that sound always requires some medium for its transmission. Right? When it is traveling, it is carried by certain different medium. So without medium, it will not be able to travel, है ना? So how they are traveling in the various types of medium we will study today. ठीक है? चलो, all of you are ready? Yes? Okay, great. So let's start. So already you know that what are the different types of sounds which are produced in your home, in the kitchen. You can see, you can hear the sound of the utensils or the whistle of the pressure cooker. If you go to the school, you will be able to hear the sound of the duster, various friends talking to you, right? Laughing, enjoying, excitement. The teachers are teaching you. The teacher is writing something on the blackboard with the help of the chalk. A very thin sound you will be able to hear, है ना? And obviously the bell which rings just after each of the periods, right? So these are the various types of sounds and also the different types of sounds which are produced by various animals. So all of this actually help in the communication, right? We can communicate with each other with the help of the sound, right? So we will be able to understand our languages. Similarly, the other animals also understand their different languages, right? So they also communicate with each other with the help of the sound. So sound is very important. It is also another form of energy which help us to hear something, right? Very good. Now let's move on to more about the sound. So as we have already discussed in previous session that how sound is produced, it is produced with the help of certain vibration, right? So when it is produced, certain vibration will take place in between some of the substances or the molecules, and that is how the sound is produced, right? So similarly, when we are also talking, there are certain vibration happening in our body, also in some part of our body, and that helps to produce the sound, right? Yes. So can you tell me which part of the body actually vibrates to produce the sound? Yes, Imani. Hi, Suman. How are you, beta? Okay, can you anybody tell me in the chat box that which part of our body vibrates when we speak and which help to produce the sound? Yes? Yes, yes, quickly. I'm looking into the chat box. Let me see who will give me the correct answer first. Yes. Okay, so it is the voice box. Yeah, do you know voice box is present over here in the throat region? Yes. Do you know what is the biological term of this voice box? Yes, it is also known as larynx. Very good. Yes. So the voice box or the larynx help to it actually vibrates and it help to produce the sound. So do you know where it is present and will you be able to feel it? Yeah, just touch over here. Yes. Can you touch and feel one hard bump is there? And you will be able to understand this bump when you swallow anything, when you swallow the food. Yes. Try to do that. Yeah. So something is moving over there, Hannah. So do you feel that one? Yes. And also during speaking something, if you put your finger over here, you will be on this bump. Okay. That is the voice box. You will be able to feel the vibration. Yes. So that is the voice box or the larynx. Fine. So it is present actually in this region. Okay, so it is very easily visible in case of the boys because the voice box of the boys are larger. Okay, which from outside it looks like the bump and we call it as the Adam's apple. Remember we studied it? Yes, exactly. So this is the voice box, and due to the vibration of this voice box, sound is produced from our body. Fine. Now let us focus on what is present inside the voice box. Just look at this picture over here. Can you see the slits, the fold? Yes, it is open over here, and in the second picture it is closed, right? Can you see the slit? Yes. So these two are known as the vocal fold, and it is guarded by the other different muscles and cartilages, which are the false vocal fold, this region. Okay. Then if you see inside it, this one is the trachea. Trachea is the windpipe, right? We know that. Yes. And also the different cartilages are present, which are the cuneiform cartilage and corniculate cartilage, right? And just above it is the epiglottis. It is a flap like structure. We already studied it, right? Exactly. So this is the vocal fold where the vibration actually happens. So when the vibration happens, yes, when we speak something, so what happened? The air within the lungs is forcibly coming through the slit. Okay, and when the air is coming through the slit, the vocal cords get vibrates. Okay, it is getting vibrated and it produces the sound. Okay, so we will demonstrate that with the help of another thing, right? So before that, let us focus over here. So the same diagram is also given over here. You can see the two slits. So whenever the air will pass through the two slits, it will vibrate and it will produce the sound. So the muscles which are attached to this vocal cord actually makes the cord tight or loose, which affect the quality of the voice. So we already know that all of our voices are not same. है ना? We have the different types of voices. So this quality of the voice actually depends on how tightly or how loosely the vocal cords are fixed over there with the help of the different muscles. Fine? Exactly. Now let's move on to the demonstration. Now you can take one rubber strip. Okay, the two rubber strip over here. Let me show you how you have to take it by giving a very simple diagram. Yes. Okay. So just you have to take the two rubber strip and stretch it harder. Okay, tightly, and blow some air through the gap. So what will happen? You will be able to find that there will be certain vibration in between the two slits. Okay, the two stretched rubber. Okay, and this vibration will produce some sound. Okay, the same thing you will be able to do with the paper. You have to take the slit of the paper, take a piece of the paper with a narrow slit. You have to take the paper, two papers like this, having a very narrow slit, and just blow through the slit. So what will happen? You will be able to find out the vibration is happening between these two slits and the sound is produced, right? Hi Disha. Yes beta, is it an experiment? Yes beta, it is one type of experiment. Okay, which you can do at home and you will be able to understand how sound is producing, right? So the same thing actually happens in the two vocal folds. So when the air forcibly coming out from our lungs, the two vocal folds will vibrate and accordingly the sound will be produced. So the same thing is happening inside my vocal cord also, and when I'm speaking the sound is producing, right? Yes Disha. Okay, great. So you can do this two types of experiment and find it out how the vibration is happening and how sound is produced, right? Great. Now let's move on to our vocal cord also produce the same sort of sound or produce the different type of sound in the same manner. Okay, now let us move on to the different types of voices which are produced from the different human being. You already have noticed this, that the voice of men is different and the voice of female is different, women is different, है ना? So there is a very deep voice which comes out from the men, right? And there is a very shrill voice which comes from the woman. Yeah, and the voice of the children is also different. If you just hear somebody is calling any one, some children is speaking or talking, you will be able to understand, some children is there, not the adult one. Yes. So how will you be able to understand? Because of the different voices, right? So how these different voices are produced from the different human being, have you ever thought of it? Yes, because their vocal cords are different in their length. Okay, so the male has the vocal cord which is around approximately 20 millimeter long, it's largest. Okay, in case of women, the vocal cords are 15 millimeter long, which help to produce a shrill voice. Okay, a shrill sound. Fine. So it is smaller than the men, right? And in case of the children, it is very short. Okay, so the vocal cords are very short, and that is why the sound which is produced by the children is totally different, right? So have you understood now how the different sounds are produced, or how the voices are different in the different human being? It depends upon the length of the vocal cord. Fine. It is largest in case of men, a little bit smaller in case of women, and very short in case of the children. Clear hai? Yes. After this much, any question you can ask me, any sort of doubt in the chat box. Yes. Okay. Now, so as we know that the vibration of the vocal cord produce the sound, now how people will hear the sound when anybody is standing at a distance? See, this man is saying hello, and the sound is going to a certain distance so that this small person will be able to hear it, right? Now, can you tell me how will this person hear the sound? Yes. Anybody? Anybody in the chat box? Yes, Disha. Hi, Suman, Himani. Will you be able to say how we will be able to hear the sound? Yes, exactly. So, before that, we have to remember how sound is traveling. So, as we already know from the previous session, that sound travels through the medium, right? So there must be the presence of any sort of medium through which the sound will travel. Without any medium, it will not be able to go from the source to the listener, and the listener will not be able to listen to us or not be able to hear us properly, right? Exactly. So let us move on to how sound travels at a long distance, right? So, have you ever played with the slinky? Yes, it's very funny. Hannah? Yes. In the childhood, have you ever played with the slinky? Can you see this one? Yes, somebody is playing with the slinky. Yes. So this sound also travels in form of the waves, and it is just exactly like the slinky. So over here, what is happening when there is a forward motion of the slinky pushes the rings of the slinky? Can you see it is when somebody is pushing it in the forward motion, the rings are going in a compressed manner, right? And just behind it, where the low pressure is created, the rings are far apart. The rings of the slinky are far apart, and they are spreading apart from each other. Again, the next round, there will be the compressed, where the rings will be very close to each other, and just behind it you can see there the rings are far apart. So like this, the sound waves also travel, okay, through any medium. Okay, so the region where you will be able to see that the rings of the slinky is compressed, having a high pressure, or we can say that the high density of air is there if we produce the sound, that region is known as compression. Can you see over here? This region is known as compression. Okay, and just beside it, when there will be the slinky where the rings are far apart, or if you produce the sound, the air particles are far apart from each other, that region we call it as the rarefaction. And due to this compression and the rarefaction, the sound propagates or the sound travels through the medium, and accordingly we will be able to hear the sound, right? So like this, when the sound travels from one region to another, we call this as the propagation of sound. Understood? After this much clear? Yes, now you have got to know about how sound is produced from our body. Yes, which portion of the body we generally is vibrating, that is the vocal cord. Yeah, and how the sound is traveling through the medium and how it is reached to the different listener who will be able to hear the sound. Up to this much clear now? Yes? Okay. So, as we already know that the sound requires certain material or certain medium to travel. So, what are this material which carry the different sound waves? We will see it now, right? So, as we already know that all the different things around us are made up of matter, right? So, what do you mean by matter? Yes, anything which is occupying some space and having some mass, right? Very good. Now we already know that there are three main states of matter. What are they? Solid, liquid and gas, right? Now we will see here in this portion of the chapter like how the sound is traveling through all these three states, right? How sound is propagating through the solid, then how sound is traveling through the liquid, and whether it is traveling in the air or the gas or not. Fine? Ready, all of you? What do you think? Please write it down in the chat box. Yes. Okay. So, first we will study about how sound is traveling in the air, right? Through the gas. Fine. So, most of the sound we hear around us, anybody is speaking, or like you are talking with your friend, or your mama is telling you something to do. So, everything we can hear because the sound travels through the air, or we know that air is all around us, right? The different types of gases are present in the air, and the gas molecules help to carry the sound. है ना? So can you see over here how the air molecules are vibrating when there is some production of the sound? Will you be able to understand what it is happening over here? Yes, isn't it just like the slinky? है ना? So there are certain molecules which are compressed in the air. Yes, which region we call as the compression, and just behind it certain air molecules are going apart from each other, right? It is spreading, and that is the rarefaction. And this compression and rarefaction causes the sound waves to travel through the air. Fine? Have you understood? Okay. Now let's move on to what will happen if air is not present. Okay, now you can take a container, okay, and suck all the air from the container. So can the listener hear whatever is present within the container, or any source of sound is there in the container? So will it produce the sound, or will you be able to hear it? Yes, what do you think? Please write it down in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. No, we will not be able to hear anything, right? Because we have already sucked the whole air, right? Now suck the whole air step by step, little, okay? So when you will be able to like suck the air from the container a little bit, then the sound within the container, if there is a proper source of the sound present in the container, it will go on decrease and decrease and decrease. It will go on fainting, right? And now, if you suck up the whole air from the container, you will not be able to hear any sound from it. So, even if there is a source of sound within the container where there is no air, we will not be able to hear the sound because the sound will not be produced. right? So from here we can conclude that the sound waves always travel through the medium. So if there is no medium, there will be no sound produced at all. Hi Shivansh, how are you? Good afternoon, beta. Okay, we are talking about the sound, right? It's very interesting. Okay, so be with us, right? Okay. So, till this much, we have come to know that the sound travels through a medium. Okay, so it will not be able to travel if there is no air or at all, or it is totally vacuum, right? So vacuum has no air molecules, and if there is no air molecules, it will not be able to vibrate with each other and not be able to carry the sound wave, right? So sound is not produced in the vacuum. Yes, Shivash. It travels through the medium only. Very good, very good. You've understood this. Yes. Chalo. So now think of a situation you want to go to the moon with your friend. It's not that much easy, but you can think of that. है ना? Okay. So now after going to the moon, if you call your friend, hi, hello, come here. Will your friend be able to hear you? What do you think? Yes. Will your friend hear you properly on the moon? Yes, let me see who can give me the answer yes or no in the chat box. Yes. No, right? Yes. Why? Because there is no air molecules are present, so no vibration will be there, है ना? So no atmosphere on the moon, no air is present on the surface of the moon, so there will be no vibration produced, and due to its total vacuum. Very good, Shivansh. No. Yes, I got the correct answer from you. Yes, so there will be no production of the sound. ठीक है? Okay, great. Chalo. So, from here we can again conclude that sound travels through the medium. Without medium, sound will not be able to produce or it will not be able to travel. Very good. Now, take some water in a tub, okay, and take a very small bell and put it inside the tub of that what water filled up in the tub, okay, or a bucket. Now try to ring the bell within the water and be very careful that the bell will not touch the body of the bucket. Okay. So will you be able to hear the sound? Who can tell me? Yes, Shivansh. Yes, beta. Very good. It is there is no medium on the moon. That is why the sound will not travel. Very good. Very good. Will you be able to now say that? Will you be able to hear the sound if you ring the bell within the water? Yes. Without touching the body of the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. We will not hear. No, we will be able to hear the sound, right? Because water will act as a medium over here. है ना? So sound also travels through the liquid, right? It travels, जैसे it travels through the different air molecules, right? In the gaseous region. So we will be able to hear. Yes, we will hear. Okay. Yes, very good. So we will be able to hear the sound in the liquids too. So that is how the dolphin and the whale produce their sound and they communicate with each other under the water. Okay, understood? Very good. Now, let's move on to another type of medium. Think about a solid. Uh, Put your ear at one end of the table. It can be the metallic table or it can be the wooden table. And tell your friend to scratch a little bit at the other end of the table. Do that and let me know. Will you be able to see the will you be able to hear the sound? Yes, if anybody is scratching at the other end of the table or banging with something and you are putting your ear at the other end, will you be able to hear the sound? What do you think? Write it in the chat box. Yes, ma'am, you are getting my answers late because of. Yeah, yeah, I know that. I know that, Shivash. Yes, very good. Okay, so cute of you. Okay. So will you be able to hear the sound, the scratching sound? Yes, we will be able to hear the scratching sound, right? Very good. Why? Because over here, the solid will act as a medium and it will help the sound to travel, right? Very good. Yes, yes, ma'am. Very good, Shivansh. Yes. Okay. Great. So the sound can travel through the wood or metal or any other solid object, and that is how we will be able to hear the sound if anybody scratches or producing any sort of sound at the other end of any solid material. Right now, let us go to another type of experiment. You can do it with your friend. Okay. So, what you have to do, that is, you have to make a toy telephone. Have you ever played with a toy telephone with your friends? Yes? Okay. So what you have to do is you can take the two tin cans, okay, or it can be any paper cup also, okay, your cold drink cup, the paper cup where we drink the cold drinks or tea. You can take that cup also and connect both of them with the help of a thread. Okay. Now both of you go to the different rooms, okay, and don't just leave the two connections. So take a long thread and one cup will be in your hand and another cup will be in the hand of your friend. Okay. Now Gokan, yes, we can hear Shivansh has given me the answer first before questioning. Okay, great. Yes. So do you know how it works? So say something within the cup so that your friend will hear the same thing in the another room through the another cup. So how will it work? Do you have any idea? Yes. So over here, which one is the medium which will help to carry the sound? Yes. Exactly, the string. Okay. So when one of the child will speak into the tin can, another child will be able to hear it if he keep the cup into the ears, right? In his ear. Exactly. So it actually happens because the sound is traveling through the thread. So over here, the thread is the solid substance and it will help in the traveling of the sound. Okay. It will help to carry the sound from one room to another. ठीक है? Up to this much clear? So from here we will be able to understand that sound can travel through air, through water or any liquid and through solid medium. Right? So always very good. Very good, Shivansh. It's the thread. Yeah, exactly. So the thread will act as the medium over here. Okay, so the sound is traveling only with the help of the different medium, and if it is no air, no water, or no liquid, or no any certain solid material is this, when it is totally vacuum, then the sound will not be able to travel and we will not be able to hear the sound. Okay, clear hai up to this much? Very good. Now let us see how the sound will be traveled in the different medium. So how it is traveling in the solid, how it is traveling in the liquid, and how it is traveling in the gas, right? You have already studied about the solid, liquid, gas and how the arrangement of the different molecules are there in the solid, liquid, gas, right? So can you see it from the different uh, picture? Hi, hello. You have kept your name? Yes. Hi, Vita. Okay. Your name is YouTube? Okay. Hi. Okay. So, can you see the different arrangement of the molecules in the solid, liquid, and gas? Yes. In case of the solid, the molecules are very tightly packed, right? In case of the liquid, it is a little bit loosely packed, right? So, there will be intermolecular spaces more in case of the liquid. But in case of the gas, we can see the molecules are far apart from each other and there is a huge intermolecular spaces in between the molecules, in between the different particles, right? Now, can you tell me in which of the three cases the sound will travel faster? Yes. Where will the sound travel faster? Yes, Shivan. Solid molecules are tightly packed. Very good. Very good. Okay. So, can you now tell me where the sound will travel faster? Yes, in the solid, right? Why? Because the solid molecules are very tightly packed. Yes, so it will take a very less time to move on from one molecule to another molecule, and it will travel very fast over here. Can you see the arrow over here? Yes. No, beta, in gas, the sound will travel very slow. Okay, it is fastest in case of the gas. Okay, then in case of the liquid, because from one molecule to another molecule, it will have to travel, right? There are certain intermolecular spaces in between. And in case of the gas, yes, very good. Yes. So in case of the gas, the intermolecular spaces are more, so the sound will travel by taking more time, right? Understood? When it has to jump from one molecule to another, right? Exactly. Okay, so over here we can conclude that the vibrating objects produce the sound, and it is carried in all the direction in a medium through the air molecule, and the medium could be the solid, liquid and gas. And as this, in case of the solid, the molecules are very closely packed or tightly packed as compared to the liquid or gas, so the sound travels faster in case of solid, a little bit slower in case of liquid, and very slow or much slower in case of the gas. Up to this much clear how the sound is traveling through all the different medium? Yes, clear hai? Very good. Okay. Now let us move on some puzzle, yeah? Okay. So can you tell me the first one? Sound needs dash for propagation. So let me write it over here. Which one is A, B, C, D? This one is A. Okay. Exactly, Shivansh. Very good. So that we can hear a proper sound from the solid. It travels very faster. Okay. This one is B. Okay. This one is C. Okay. This one is D, up and down. And this one is E, up and down. Okay. So the first answer, sound needs dash for propagation. Yes, Shivansh has given me the correct answer, that is medium. Yes, exactly. The A answer, the first answer is medium. Very good. Okay. Now can you tell me what is the answer of B? What is it asking? Dash objects produce sound. Which objects produce sound? Yes. Quickly. Let me see who else will be able to give me the answer correctly. Yes, Suman, Disha, Himani, YouTube. Yes, yes. So, dash object produce sound, that is the vibrating object, right? Very good. It is the vibrating object. Now, let's move on to C. So, because of dash, the voices of human being is different. Because of what our voices are different, we produce the very good, Shivansh. You have given me the correct answer, vibrating. Okay, let's move on to the third one. Okay, yeah. Okay, chalo. So, because of what our voices are different, it is different in case of the men, different in case of the women, different in case of the children. Yes. Who will tell me? Yes, yes, yes. So this is the, it starts with V. Very good, Shivas. Very good. Correct answer, vocal cord. Okay. Now think about the D, okay? Yes, it is the vocal cord. Very good. Great. Now the D asks you up and down over here. The sound waves travel faster in dash. So in which medium the sound travels subse is faster? Yes. Hi Sonu. How are you, beta? Oh, okay, okay. Yes, Shivansh is asking me to wait for some time and he will give me the answer and then I will say the answer. Great. Yes. Oh, you have given the answer? That is solid. Very good. Very good. Yes. The sound waves travels faster in the solid medium. Very good. And now can you tell me what is the last answer? Sound does not travel in dash? Yes. Sonu. Yes, Shivansh. I'm waiting for all of your answers. Yes. I'll not say the answer first. I'm waiting for you all. Yes. I'll keep my words. Yes, Disha. Yes, Suman. Vacuum. Very good. Very good. Okay, you have given me all the answers correctly. Yes, exactly. And also the correct spelling. Very good. So you have to keep the, you have to remember the spelling, right, of the vacuum, right? Yes. So the sound do not travel in vacuum. Right? Very good. So these are our answers. Let us see whether we have done the correct answer or not. All the answers are correct. Yes, very good, Shivansh. Very good, all of you. Yes, chalo. So let us now discuss some of the question answers. Right? So, my first question is, in which medium the sound will propagate if a person clap and the sound is heard by other person standing at a distance? What will be the answer? Very good, Sonu. Vacuum was the last answer. Yes. So, can you tell me the this answer question for the question number one? Yes. So, when anybody is clapping, some sound is produced, right? So, if some other person is standing at a at certain distance, how will he or she hear the sound? Okay, so in which medium the sound is traveling? Very good, Shivans. It's the air. So air is the medium through which the sound propagates, and accordingly the person will be able to hear. Very good. Now let's move on to the second question. In human being, which part is responsible for the production of the sound? Yes, let me see who will be able to give me the correct answer. Yes. So which part of our body vibrates and help to produce the sound? Yes, yes, yes. It is present over here. This is the hint for you. Okay. Larynx. Very good. The voice box. Exactly. So the vibration. Very good. Sonu. So that is the exact word is the vocal cord. Okay. The vibration happens in the vocal cord. Very good. Okay. Yes, Shivans, you have given me the correct answer. Now, coming to the third question. Sound does not travel in vacuum. Why? Why do you think that the sound does not travel in vacuum? Yes. Let me see now who will give me the correct answer. You all are amazing. You are giving all the answers correctly. Yes. Yes. See, last answer. Huh. Last answer. Yes. Because, very good, Shivans has written that because there is no matter for the medium. Actually, there, so if there is vacuum, then there will be, that means there is no air which will be able to carry the